Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's July 1st, 2022, a new month. All right. Well, new month means we get a new Bible, English Standard Version we're going to go back to. We said this was a formal equivalent, a word-for-word translation. So when they were translating it, wherever they would see a Greek or a Hebrew or an Aramaic word, they tried to supply an English word for it. Makes this kind of a Bible, the English Standard Version, very good for studies, for word studies, anywhere where you're trying to study what was actually written down. It does make it a little bit hard to read because the language can get a little bit awkward. You probably need to have a dictionary handy because you're going to go searching for words that you don't necessarily understand right off the bat. Probably not the best Bible to read, that I'm just going to sit down and read like I'm reading a book, but it's a really great Bible to study the Word. It's also a new month. Hey, you know what? If you've been following this study guide, you are halfway through your Bible. If you've only been doing the New Testament part of it, you're a little over halfway over the New Testament. If you only tune in every now and then, hey, you know what? You're still doing pretty good because you're getting some of the Word in you. I would say, hey, of all the bad habits you have, why don't you replace one with the habit of getting into the Word? That's always nice. All right, we're going to read from Matthew, and we're going to read chapter 10. Matthew, we said he was the disciple who was the tax collector, also known as Levi. He wrote this gospel namely for first century Jews to convince them that Jesus is the Messiah that they were looking for. And we saw a whole bunch of ways that he did that through scriptures, through the words and deeds. We just got Matthew called to be a disciple, and now we're going to see all 12 disciples, and Jesus calls them apostles, messengers. He's sending them out with a message, which is the start of his ministry to everybody. He first starts off going to the Jews only. When they reject him, then the message opens up to everyone. That comes after the resurrection. Lets them know that, hey, you know what, it's not going to be an easy thing, but you know what, I'm going to be with you the whole way, so don't be afraid. And the rewards, well, the rewards are in heaven. So if this is a temporary thing that we're here, once this is done, that's when we get our reward. So let's go ahead and we're going to read Matthew 10. And he called to him his 12 disciples and gave them authority over unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal every disease and every affliction. The names of the 12 apostles are these. First, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother. James the son of Zebedee and John his brother. Philip and Bartholomew. Thomas and Matthew the tax collector. James the son of Alphaeus and Thaddeus. Simon the zealot, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him. These 12 Jesus sent out, instructing them, go nowhere among the Gentiles and enter no town of the Samaritans, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and proclaim as you go, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse lepers, cast out demons. You received without paying, give without pay. Acquire no gold or silver or copper for your belts, no bag for your journey, or 2 tunics, or sandals, or a staff, for the laborer deserves his food. Whatever town or village you enter, find out who is worthy in it and stay there until you depart. As you enter the house, greet it. And if the house is worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it is not worthy, let your peace return to you. And if anyone will not receive you or listen to your words, shake off the dust from your feet when you leave that house or town. Truly I say to you, it will be more bearable on the day of judgment for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah than for that town. Behold, I am sending you out as sheep in the midst of wolves, so be wise as serpents and innocent as doves. Beware of men, for they will deliver you over to courts and flog you in their synagogues. And you will be dragged before governors and kings for my sake, to bear witness before them and the Gentiles. When they deliver you over, do not be anxious how you are to speak or what you are to say, for what you are to say will be given to you in that hour. For it is not you who speak, but the Spirit of your Father speaking through you. Brother will deliver brother over to death, and the father of his child, and children will rise against parents and have them put to death. And you will be hated by all for my name's sake. But the one who endures to the end will be saved. When they persecute you in one town, flee to the next. For truly I say to you, you will not have gone through all the towns of Israel before the Son of Man comes. A disciple is not above his teacher, nor a servant above his master. It is enough for the disciple to be like his teacher, and the servant like his master. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebul, how much more will they malign those of his household? So have no fear of them, for nothing is covered that will not be revealed, or hidden that will not be known. What I tell you in the dark, say in the light, and what you hear whispered, proclaim on the housetops. And do not fear those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? And not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father. but even the hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear not, therefore, you are of more value than many sparrows. So everyone who acknowledges me before men, I will also acknowledge before my Father who is in heaven. But whoever denies me before men, I also will deny before my Father who is in heaven. Do not think that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to set a man against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a person's enemies will be those of his own household. Whoever loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And whoever loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And whoever does not take his cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Whoever finds his life will lose it, and whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. Whoever receives you receives me, and whoever receives me receives him who sent me. The one who receives a prophet because he is a prophet will receive a prophet's reward, and the one who receives a righteous man because he is a righteous person will receive a righteous person's reward. And whoever gives one of these little ones even a cup of cold water because he is a disciple, truly I say to you, he will by no means lose his reward. May God bless the reading of his word. May God bless you. Bye.